Sitting in a lounge in front of the TV is a young girl, 9 years old, starry-eyed, imagining herself on stage and on the big screen performing. She dreams of being glamorous yet vulnerable as the woman she often sees on her TV screen. Her name is Amamkele, a name that was given to her by her late grandmother, who visited her mother in a dream while she was pregnant and told her to name this young girl Amamkele because they, her ancestors, had welcomed her. Even before she was born, her destiny was set in motion. That young girl, ladies and I think 5 gentlemen, is me. I am Amamkele, but professionally, and I guess my entire life, I've always gone by just Ama. In fact, the only person who calls me Amamkele is my mom, and even then, it's only if I'm in trouble. My journey in life has been one of many lessons, struggles, failures, but also success. I believe many industries and careers are challenging, but the one I chose in particular is heartbreaking. My challenge is, well, how do I make my dreams possible? How do I convince my parents to support a very unconventional career path? Luckily for me, my parents did not need much convincing. In fact, I remember in school, the other parents were so taken by my mom's unwavering support and passion for my craft. She was often the loudest audience member at my school plays, screaming, "That's my daughter!" every single time I stepped on stage. Her answer to all those who questioned why she supported me so fiercely would be, well, I'm not raising a doctor, a lawyer, or an accountant. We have those in the family already. What we don't have is a star. And my daughter, she's going to be a star. So just after I finished high school, I decided to take a gap year to give myself an opportunity to decide if this was really what I wanted to do. I wanted to get my feet in the industry. So luckily, I got an internship at a local production company. My job was basically serving tea and coffee to the production team, as well as photocopying scripts for the actors. A far cry from being in front of the camera, but I didn't care. I wanted to be there, and I loved being in that environment. So one day, whilst delivering coffee to one of the show's producers, I decided that I was going to shoot my shot. Hit or miss, I was going to let him know that I'm an actress and I would love to audition to be on the show. I remember being quite nervous to ask him because I didn't know what his reaction would be. But I'm so glad I took that leap of faith because not only did he let me know that there would be auditions soon, but he also played a huge role in my first career breakthrough, although it was much later. I tell this story because I often think about how sometimes we let fear interfere in our pursuit of chasing our dreams. The fear of failing often stops us from even trying. And one thing about me, I am not God's strongest soldier, nor do I want to be, honestly. I hate challenges, they make me so uncomfortable. But an experience I had recently shaped my view on hardships, and I think provided a different perspective. It molded me into a better performer. About 2 years ago, I shot my very first feature film in the DRC and Rwanda, titled Fight Like a Girl. The irony, because I've never fought anyone in my life. But not only was I going to be starring in this film, I was also producing it. It would be my very first time shooting outside the country, so I didn't know what to expect. What I knew is that we would be shooting in Goma, a stunning, beautiful city in the Congo that is unfortunately torn by war and conflict. And to be completely honest, I hope this is a safe space, I really didn't want to do this film. Why? Because the requirements were so daring, they stretched far beyond my comfort zone. Not only did I have to learn a new language, I also had to learn how to box, all in the space of a month to prepare. So yeah, I was panicking. Little did I know the challenges that were ahead of me throughout this entire shoot. I mean, if we were not being chased by rebels while shooting, we were shooting long hours. I once shot 21 hours straight. And at that point, I'm starting to question why I didn't become an accountant. I was overwhelmed. I was overworked. And quite honestly, I was broken. But I persevered. I kept telling myself that this was not in vain. I begged myself to keep showing up. This was my dream. And as painful as it was, as much as it wasn't glamorous, I was living in it. And what that experience taught me is that the only way to overcome your fears is to have the courage to move through them. I'm Qamata, I'm an actress, and I'm a proud African woman.